There goes our ride. This is our last chance to escape. Good morning. Today we are doing something a little bit different. We found some homeless guy behind us there. Just kidding. That's Carmen's dad. He's going to join us for today as we travel across Okanagan Lake to go to Rattlesnake Island.
Yeah, we're going to go check out Rattlesnake Island. It's got a pretty cool history, which we'll tell you about when we get over there. And then after we check out Rattlesnake Island, we are going to paddle over to, we're hoping, Commando Bay. And we're going to camp there for the night. My dad's joining us this trip. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, a little windier than we would like it to be, but that's okay. It's about a 2 kilometer, I don't know, across the lake.
I hear it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of paddle.
So we'll see how long it takes us. We're going to take our time and go and explore the base of Okanagan Mountain and Rattlesnake Island. And it's supposed to be just beautiful today and tomorrow.
Yeah, I sure hope so. So we got our paddle boards. We've got our kayaks all loaded up with our dry bags and
tents and
all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a fun afternoon and a fun evening. Join us as we take this epic journey across the lake.
Looking forward to it. Let's go.
Looking forward to it. Let's go. All right, so we're a little ways out from the beach in Peachland now. There's the posse behind me. A little windier than we expected today, that's for absolute sure. But that is where we still need to go, way over there. Currently, only maybe a 1/4 kilometer from the beach. So anyway, it's a paddle and a half. All in all, even if it is a bit windy, it's a beautiful paddle. Very serene out here in the middle of the lake this early in the day with no boats. So it's progressively getting windier and windier. Nice rolling waves. Kind of surreal being out here in such a small craft. These waves aren't bad, but there's a couple that came through that were pretty big and kind of fun. Still going. I think we're almost halfway. Whew, that's a big one. It's been 13 days now since we've been adrift at the ocean. Just kidding. It's been probably half an hour, but it feels like a lot more. We're paddling so far against the wind and all these waves. Makes it a little more difficult than we'd like, but we're almost there. I think we're actually halfway this time, unlike the last time I said that. I think that's it, right there, somewhere in that area. Just to the right of that boat, if you can see it. The wind seems to be dying down a little bit. Anyway, we'll check in when we get there. Okay, so we made it across Okanagan Lake. We are now on Rattlesnake Island. Wow, what a trek that was.
Took us about an hour and 20 minutes to get across. Probably would have only taken us about an hour, but it was quite the paddle. Against the wind the whole way, white caps at one point.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for these sturdy kayaks. Totally felt safe though. Arms are going to be a little sore tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, it was a good paddle, and boy, is it beautiful here. I was actually really shocked when we pull up this little spot there.
It's the only spot that you can actually get on to the island. Everything else is cliff and rock. We pulled up, there was a pontoon boat that was parked here before, so we found a nice sheltered little cove just around the corner there, sat and waited for them to leave. And my dad has already made his way, scaled some rocks.
He's somewhere up there,
He's somewhere up there. We're going to take these sketchy stairs and rope that are right beside us. And we're going to go up and explore Rattlesnake Island, which it was, I can't remember his first name now. It was Haymour. Anyways, we'll tell you later in it. But he started to build, he wanted to be Okanagan's most exciting tourist attraction and was building a Arab-themed theme park. And apparently you can still see remnants of it. In 1972, though, the government did shut them down. But we're going to go up and see if we can find the remnants of the mini golf course, and he was going to build pyramids. He was even going to have a camel. Anyway, so really eccentric guy.
It was going to be quite the thing. I sure wish it actually happened.
Well, he actually did open in 1972, even though he wasn't supposed to, and it wasn't finished. And apparently over 700 people did attend. So we're going to go check it out. It's actually a lot bigger of an island than we thought it was. Of course, we're usually a couple kilometers away on the other side of the lake. The only way to get here is by boat. So let's go check it out.
Let's go. Okay, so these are the awesome stairs we have to climb straight up there. It's going to be a bit of a hike for us, so I'm...
Hopefully the rope is good. It's just like on sagebrush.
Yeah, we're not sure how or who put that on there, but it's probably better than not having anything at all. So
yeah, I don't know. The way Dad went might be better.
Yeah, he walks through the water and he's over there somewhere.
You're going up now.
We'll see you up there. Okay. Yep, beautiful little cove.
All right.
Okay, and we did not bring running shoes because we didn't think we need them, but apparently we did. Hoping for the best. So there is the first little piece of history we just found. That is a mini golf course, and today mini golf is free.
It's pretty cool.
My father-in-law just said. Pretty cool. The view from up here is pretty fantastic too. In the background is Peachland right there. But look at the water. Look how clear it is and the beautiful color. Really amazing.
Yeah, and then after we leave here, we're going to take off down the lake some more. Commando Bay is actually just around that point. So we're going to head that way, find a place to camp. But first, we're going to see what else we can find. Because apparently, when he was doing this island was supposed to have not just the mini golf course, but the replica pyramids, restaurants, a giant camel. But none of that ever happened.
Can you imagine being over here and seeing a giant camel? That'd be so strange.
Yeah. Anyway, when the Canadian government stepped in, the bank actually withdrew his loan, and then the government offered to buy the island from him for only $40,000. That was back in 1972.
Didn't he already put in $170,000 into it at that point, right?
Yeah, 170,000. So he was actually determined to turn things around. So he actually went. There's rattlesnakes up here.
Yep. I hear it. I don't see it, but there's a rattlesnake here somewhere.
I'm just going to move.
So apparently Rattlesnake Island is called Rattlesnake Island because there is rattlesnakes here. And that's kind of freaky because I can't see it.
No, but I heard it.
Yeah, right where I walked.
Yeah. So be careful.
I'm kind of wishing I brought shoes now. Well, I don't see it, but he's here somewhere. So I'm going to try and sneak by him without him getting angry with me. Okay. Go back this way and hope for the best. So I guess it's false. There is rattlesnakes here after all.
Yeah, there's rattlesnakes. So stick to the path. Don't go in the bush.
Definitely not. I've never been close to a rattlesnake before. I did not like that at all. Golf course is cool though. So we'll just keep our eyes peeled.
And ears open?
And ears open. I'd rather run into a bear than a rattlesnake.
Yeah, me too. At least you can scare the bear away.
Well, your dad's kind of blazing the trail for us, right? So I guess we're good. Oh, there's some more of it over there. It's actually a really big course.
Yeah.
There's a little bridge. That one's cool. Huh. A whole bunch of stuff up here. After all these years, still hanging out and barely even broken.
Yeah, 50 years or more.
So after the Canadian government shut him down, Haymour actually is determined to turn things around. So he went back to his home country of Lebanon and asked officials in the Lebanese government to help him out. They actually did write the Canadian government and ask for a fair settlement, but they didn't do anything. He then started talking about getting revenge on the Canadian government, and he planned to get back at the government by threatening letter bombs. He was eventually arrested by the RCMP for that.
Found a hat rack.
All right. Oh, Haymour actually did end up leaving the country, but he wasn't finished. He still wanted, he wasn't happy about the unfair deal, and he decided to seize the Canadian embassy in Beirut with the help of his cousins.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, they took 34 hostages, and then after a 9-hour standoff, he was assured he would not be prosecuted for his actions, and the government would pay for his return to Canada to settle the disagreement with the provincial government. No, it actually ended up going to BC Supreme Court, and it was ruled that the provincial government had conspired to stop the theme park project and their actions, and they were deemed highly improper, if not cruel. Haymour was eventually awarded $250,000 compensation, but he was not given the island back.
And what's really cool is what he did with that money afterwards is he went across from Rattlesnake Island and built a very eccentric house, which was called the Castle, which to this day is actually still there and is currently for sale.
Yeah, it's
Not sure how much, but it's
pretty run down.
It's pretty run down. It's been around for a while, but it's a pretty eccentric.
It's an eccentric. I think at one point, about 20 years ago, it was an Airbnb or something.
I think it was, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Very cool.
What a neat spot.
So back in 2003, when we had the big Okanagan Mountain Park fire, that actually started right here, just across in Okanagan Mountain Park, right across from Rattlesnake Island.
Yeah. Went all the way across here, all the way through down to Gallagher's Canyon.
Into Kelowna, and all the way through towards Naramata and Penticton. Lost over 350 homes that year.
Yeah, that was a big one.
The firestorm, it was terrible.
Firestorm of 2003.
Remember ash falling in our backyard, and so many people were evacuated. There's another foundation over there.
That looks like it would have been a
That looks like it would have been a pyramid. Look, I see how it's tilting in. But maybe it's just because it's old.
That would be a pyramid. That would make sense to be on the top. Everybody can see it then, right?
Yeah. There's another foundation there. Maybe this is where the 3 pyramids and restaurants and stuff are going to be. Cool.
Well, let's have to go down the lake instead of up.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be one of the pyramids. See how it's the angle of it?
Yeah. I do. That would have been really cool to see. Think the pyramid would have been a restaurant or just a pyramid?
Who knows?
And rappelling down the rocks. Hopefully rappelling, not falling. We're hoping for that. That's it.